Good afternoon. Today was a day of terror for 44 passengers on a private coach line. A group of high school students, members of the Farmingdale marching band, en route to a camp in Pennsylvania. No one could have foreseen what these 40 students and 4 adults would have experienced, but certainly there are families grieving today. They say grief is the price you pay for love. We have families, we have a school district, a county, and indeed an entire state that is grieving at this time. At approximately 1:12 p.m. this afternoon, New York State Police, patrolling I-84 as is customary, responded to a call. And they got to the site of the accident, a bus that literally tumbled down a 50-foot ravine within minutes. It's extraordinary. And to our state police, once again, I'm in awe of what you do. But imagine the fear, the screams in the aftermath when these high school students, many of them freshmen, were surrounded by this chaos. But they endured, they were strong, and within 45 minutes, because of the efforts of an incredible amount of teamwork, these young people and the adults were brought to safety, many of them within a short time of the accident. While it's preliminary, it is likely that a faulty front tire contributed to the accident, although again this is still under investigation. That's a preliminary determination. When I talk about those who respond, I do want to acknowledge some incredible people who put on their uniforms every day, who are there in our time of need, and my God, this was a time of need. To Colonel Richard Mazzone, the Assistant Deputy Superintendent of this troop, I thank him for his quick response, the men and women who are participating. Also, the Orange County Sheriff, Paul Artado. I want to thank the sheriff because he and his deputies were there also, responding so quickly. The City of Middletown Police, I thank them. And the countless fire and rescue departments that showed up, literally running into danger, uncertain as to whether or not that bus could explode or whether they'd be safe. But they never question. They just respond. And we owe them our gratitude every single day. Also, the other individuals who jumped into gear right around the corner. SUNY Orange County Community College, a place where the families of these young people could travel from Nassau County and to be greeted with a community of warmth and caring. I'm grateful to them. I'm also grateful for our Commissioner of Education who's here, Betty Rosas, who's here to ensure that these young people are cared for, as she does for all the children of this state. I'm also grateful for our County Executive, Steve Newhouse, who I spoke to not long ago, his quick response, his entire team, and a county executive who represents the families that are grieving. Because thus far the count is 2 fatalities, 2 adults, but there are 5 or 6 students that are in critical condition at any one of 6 hospitals in the vicinity. More will be reported. At this time, I'd like Colonel Mazzone to describe in more detail what we know at this time. We'll give all the information to the public and to the press as soon as we know it. But at this point, and I thank our county executive for being here and traveling, but there's a lot of families that need some love tonight. And we extend that from 20 million New Yorkers who all know how much we cherish our children, our adults, our band leaders, and life will be a little bit emptier without them. So let's keep them in our prayers this evening and as they recover from this horrific, traumatic experience. Thank you. With that, I introduce Colonel Richard Mazzone.
Thank you, Governor. Good evening. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Richard Mazzone, Assistant Deputy Superintendent of our uniformed force. At approximately 1:12 p.m. today, members of the New York State Police, Troop F, responded to the scene of a rollover commercial bus accident on Interstate 84 westbound in the town of Wayanda. The commercial bus was carrying adults and student band members from Farmingdale High School in Farmingdale, New York. There were 44 passengers on the bus, 40 students, and 4 adults. At this time, we have 2 confirmed fatalities, both adults, and several serious injuries, including 5 critical. The deceased have been identified as Gina Pelletieri, 43 years old, from Massapequa, New York, and Beatrice Ferrari, 77 years old, from Farmingdale, New York. Victims have been taken to 6 area hospitals. A reunification center has been established at Orange County Community College in the Diana Physical Education Building, located at 9 East Conklin Avenue in Middletown, New York. Our Collision Reconstruction Unit and Commercial Vehicle Enforcement Unit are on scene. As the Governor indicated, at this time, preliminary information indicates a failure of a front tire may have been a contributing factor to this accident. Interstate 84 is currently closed and is expected to remain closed for several hours while we continue our investigation. We ask that motorists avoid the area and seek alternative routes. As this is an active investigation, those are all the details we will be releasing at this time. I would ask anyone with any information to contact the State Police at 845-344-5300. Any updates will be posted to the New York State Police newsroom. Our thoughts and prayers are with the victims and their families, and I thank you at this time. I'm going to turn this over to Bruce Blakeman, the Nassau County Executive.
Thank you very much. What started out as an incredibly beautiful day in New York State, our students left Farmingdale High School on their way for a band trip. They were members of the band at Farmingdale High School. Their friends, their companions, together, they had a weekend planned of fun and enjoying their musicianship. And unfortunately, the day ended in tragedy for so many. On behalf of the 1.5 million residents of Nassau County, our hearts go out to all of the families of Farmingdale High School, and our condolences to all those who passed today. I dispatched our Chief Deputy County Executive to Port Jervis, where we've set up a command team there, as well as we have a command team over at Westchester County Hospital, where those who are in severe critical condition are being treated right now. I want to thank, first of all, the Farmingdale Superintendent, Paul Defendini, for the way in which you handled this crisis. I've received compliments from everybody up here today on the way that you coolly and calmly handled this crisis. I want to thank Governor Hochul for the resources that she's given us and the support and the comfort of love that she's extended to the residents of Nassau County. I also want to thank Orange County Executive, my friend Steve Newhouse, for all of his assistance and that of his staff. I also want to thank Orange County Sheriff Paul Arteta. Thank you for you and all of your staff and all your deputies that assisted. I especially want to thank the fire and EMT services throughout Orange County that responded so quickly and with such care and comfort for those who were injured. Right now, we have some severely injured people at various locations, and I would be remiss if I didn't thank them. Westchester Medical Center, the Bon Secours Hospital, St. Luke's Hospital, St. Anthony's, and the Garnet Health Network. Thank you to all those healthcare providers for all the care that you've given to the injured, and we pray for their speedy recovery. The only advice I can give to anybody tonight is hug your children very tight. Life is very precious, and our kids started out today thinking they were going to have a wonderful weekend with their friends, and unfortunately these things happen. But if it wasn't for the people behind me and all that they did, we would have lost more, and they wouldn't have gotten the care as quickly as they did. So on behalf of all of Nassau County, thank you to our brothers and sisters up here in Orange County, and for our state police, the Department of Homeland Security, and all those, the Sheriff's Department. What a magnificent job they did. And thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts. God bless you all, and God bless America.